Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Arnon Barnes is in the house. Welcome to another Words of Wisdom with Arnon. So it's a rather beautiful Wednesday. Sun is not shining too much, but we're in good energy and good spirits. So I hope you guys are all well. Good to be here with all of you. Excited about what's happening in the markets, what's going on. So let's give people a moment to join. Carmen, good morning. ¿Qué tal? ¿Qué calor? Very good to see you. Okay, great. So today we've got a really cool subject, and we want to talk about fear. Fear. Oh, it's a big one, right? Fear. The big F-E-A-R, fear. Yeah, so let's just give people a moment to come in. Yeah, good to see you guys. Kyle, I hope you're well. I hope things are going well in South Africa. Looking forward to seeing you in South Africa next month. Yeah, on our safari. Yes, good. So, Paolo, good to see you. Good to see you. Yes, so today we want to talk about fear. And the reason why I chose this topic is because, as you all know, not only do I coach and train and work with business owners and business leaders from all over the world, primarily Europe, if I'm honest, primarily Europe. However, I've noticed in my other activities, in my other businesses, I'm asking myself very foundational entrepreneurial questions. And a lot of it comes from a place of fear, right? Fear is a big one, right? Fear can be your most powerful driver. It can be an asset. It could be jet fuel, right? It could accelerate your success. It could accelerate you to a new relationship. It can accelerate you to do great things. But it can also stop you. It can also turn you handicapped, right? It could literally stop you from moving forward. It has the ability to instill fear to such a level that you will not move. No matter what, you will not move, you will not jump, you will not take a leap of faith, you will not take action. And so I'm building a company, a very, very interesting company, a big company, 8 figures. We're going to 8 figures. And as I am growing, as the business is growing, and as I am growing, I am starting to ask myself more and more questions. And one of the things that came up for me in one of my coaching sessions with another client was the whole idea of fear. So why aren't we playing a bigger game? Why aren't we stepping up? Why aren't we making more phone calls, right? Why aren't we making more phone calls to potential leads, potential clients? Why aren't we knocking on the door more, right? So it all boiled down, this conversation all boiled down that inside this person, there was a little bit, just a little bit of fear. But here's the thing, that little bit of fear was holding him back from taking massive action, from playing a bigger game, from achieving his dreams, his success. And so I want to talk about it today, and I'm gonna make some distinctions about fear. First of all, fear, F-E-A-R. What does fear stand for, right? Fear. What does it stand for? Well, a lot of people say things like, false evidence appearing real. Some people say fear stands for everything and run, okay? But in reality, fear is just the perception of future pain. Okay? It's the perception of future pain. Fear lives in the mind. Fear doesn't live outside of us. It only lives within us. Okay? Same as your power, your confidence, your happiness. It doesn't live outside of you. It lives within you. And so here's a few important things because I want to give you some value. Okay, Arnon, I've got fear. And by the way, we all have fear. Fear is a good thing. If you had no fear whatsoever, you just walk into a street and be hit down by a bus. So there is an element of our lives that fear plays an important role, okay? But there is a distinction between fear and danger. See, danger is real. Fear is a made-up story. I'll say that again. Danger. Oh, danger. The bus is coming. Get out of the road. Danger is real. Fear is just a made-up story. Okay? So, first of all, here's a few distinctions, okay? Because I want to empower you with some different thinking. By the way, if you guys can hear me, if you're connected, I can see I've got Facebook in the house, I've got Instagram in the house. If you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up so I know that you can hear me, you're connected, and I'm coming to you and you're hearing me loud and clear. Just give me a thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up so I know you guys are listening and I am coming through clearly. You know, we just had Facebook being hacked. We just had, hacked. Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram got hit. So, okay, great. So you guys can hear me. Good job. Thank you. So, let's talk about fear. So, the opposite of fear is what we want to explore. Okay, this is what we want to explore. We know we all have fear to some degree, to some level. Right? Maybe we're afraid of making the phone call. Maybe we're afraid of asking the girl out for a date. Maybe we're afraid of, telling our spouse to go fuck themselves and this relationship is over. Right? Maybe we're afraid of raising prices in our business. Maybe we're afraid of speaking our truth. Right? All these fears. Judith, good to see you. So if we have fear, what is the other muscle that we need to develop on the flip side? Well, if we have fear, the flip side and the muscle we need to build is called courage. Courage. And most people, oh my goodness, their courage muscles are weak. So this is now let me give you something practical. So if we want to build our courage muscles, we want to build our courage, right? Fear is inevitable. We all have fear to some degree. Some people are more fearful than others. That's okay. But if this is not going away. Fear is not going to disappear. So what do we have to do? We have to build up the muscle of courage. How do we do that? Arnon, how do I build up my courage? Here's something I do and I continuously do that empowers me and helps me become bigger and stronger mentally and emotionally and spiritually. Because that's the game of business and life. Business and life is a spiritual game. Business and life is an emotional game. Business and life, right? It's a mental game. And after that, it's also a physical game. But first, it starts with your emotions. It starts with your mindset, your mental game. How strong are you mentally? And how is your spirit, right? So we've got to build up your courage muscles. How do we build up our courage muscles? So one of the things that I do to build up my courage muscles, right? So I can become a bigger player, get bigger results, and live a bigger, better lifestyle, is I do, listen carefully, I do something that scares me. I do something that I am afraid of, right? And so if you want to get stronger, if you want to become a bigger person, if you want to play a bigger game, if you want to have a bigger bank account, if you want to have a bigger, better life, I'm telling you, you have to explore the unknown. You have to explore and play with fear. In other words, you have to do things that scare you. At first. Because isn't it true that after you've done something, even though in the beginning it really scared you, but after you've done it, you think to yourself, that wasn't that scary. Come on, you know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. And so here is a way, a foolproof method to build your courage muscles and help you overcome fear. Not make fear disappear, not make fear evaporate, not eliminate fear forever, but reduce fear. Okay, reduce your fear. And so if you want to build up your courage muscles, here's one of the secrets. Do something that scares you shitless. Do something that scares you. Do something that scares you every day. Because by doing that, you're going to build your mental, your emotional, your spiritual muscles that's going to allow you to play a bigger game. And yes, expand your comfort zone. Exactly, Paolo. Exactly. Expand your comfort zone. Some of you, your comfort zones are so small. Your comfort zone is tiny. And if you have a tiny comfort zone, you're going to have a tiny bank account. So we want to have big, right? Big bank accounts. So you've got to build big courage muscles, okay? So let me give you a real example. And I'll share with you things that I have done in my life to help me overcome fear, which has allowed me to become a bigger player, have a bigger bank account, and live and experience a bigger lifestyle. So one of the things that I've done in the past, and I've done this twice, not once, twice. So the thing that I've done twice is I actually jumped out of a plane with a parachute. Calm down, with a parachute, of course. But I did skydiving, right? I did tandem jumps with somebody attached to me, but I did it twice. Now, did I want to do it? Yes, no, maybe, could be, 50-50. But I knew I had to do it. Because by overcoming that fear and also having that experience, I knew it would make me a bigger, stronger leader. And being a true leader is one of the skills a true leader needs to possess is the ability to overcome fear. The ability to overcome fear. Most people see fear, feel fear. They recognize fear, right? And they retreat. They run away. They back off. They go back to bed. Well, how are you going to be successful? How are you going to live the lifestyle you desire? How are you going to create financial freedom? How are you going to create a great business if every time you feel fear, you run away? The answer is you can't. That's the truth. And then tick tock, 20, 30, 40, 50 years later, you're 50, 60, 70 years old, you're looking back at life and you just realized, holy shit, I didn't take any risks. I lived in complete fear. What a waste of a life. So I hope that makes sense. So one of the things that I did, and I did this twice, is I did a skydive, right? And it was a very powerful experience. And did I want to do it? Yes. But I also didn't want to do it. But I did it because my spirit, my soul, my mental game, my emotional game needed it for me to grow and become a bigger, better player. So that's the first thing I did. Another thing that I do, and this is something I do every year. Okay, now we're in COVID, so I haven't done this for almost 2 years. But as some of you might know, in November, I am going down to my African trip, my safari leadership experience, which is an incredibly powerful experience. We're in nature, there's no cell phones, there's no emails, there's no bullshit. It's just me, nature, and a small group of select and exclusive, good-hearted people, entrepreneurs, business owners, and we go down, we disconnect from all this bullshit that we have in our lives today in the concrete jungle, and we go down to South Africa and we do what I've labeled and branded as the Safari Leadership Experience. Now, the reason why I do this is because it's an opportunity for me to get away. But in reality, what some of you also might know, these safari trips are not normal trips because we actually do walking safaris. We walk in the bush, where most people just sit on jeeps all day long, morning, evening, and they're in jeeps. No. We wake up early in the morning and we go for long walks just in nature. And it's a very powerful experience and it's so beautiful. But here's the reality. Is there fear? Yes, there is fear. However, we are safe. This is very common. People do this all the time. So it's but is there fear? Now remember, fear is just a made up story, right? And so what I want to say to you, which is really important, is that bottom line, you've got to find experiences. You've got to take actions. You've got to create situations that are going to be fun experiences, but there might be an element of fear that you have to overcome. Because when you overcome that fear, you will become a bigger player. Now, here's the thing. When I come back from Africa, I feel rejuvenated. I feel fresh. I feel reconnected. But most importantly, I feel empowered. Because I did and I do things that other people are afraid to do. And that's why I am sitting where I am today. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. Because I understand how to evaluate risk. I have grown. Trust me, when you walk in Africa, you come with me to Africa. You walk in the bush, and you have a very powerful and a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You come back to the concrete jungle, nothing can hurt you. Nothing can hurt you. Oh, I have a problem with this client. Small problems. Now, is it a small problem because it's a small problem? It become a small problem because you my friends on Facebook, you my friends on Instagram, you my friends on YouTube, you my friends all over the world, the reason the problem became small is because you became bigger. So, do something that scares you every day. And on my last note, you got to learn to dance. Dance with fear. Dance with fear. So, good to see you guys. I hope you got some value out of this live. Svetlana, good to see you. I hope you guys got some value. Same place, same time next week. Until next week, Wednesday, stay strong, stand in your power, and do something that scares you. And by the way, if you do something that scares you, drop me a DM. Drop me a DM and say, Arnon, I fucking hate you, but I also love you because I was always afraid to do X, Y, or Z. And you know what? I took a leap of faith and I did it. I took action, and you will see how miracles happen for you. So, Next week, same time, same place. Christine, good to see you. And I wish you all a great day. Ciao.